Hey family, hope y'all are well. I'm back again for another Tuesday Thoughts. And today we're going to be talking about something that I think is very prevalent among Yasharal. We're going to be talking about knowing your worth. Now, praise be unto the Most High that back about, I say, 6 or 7 years ago, He opened up a lot of our eyes to our natural identity of being the bloodline Israelites. Both a natural, it's a biblical identity, it's a spiritual identity, but the reality is that most of us went about our lives thinking that we were just, a color or quote unquote African American. We didn't understand our lineage and especially not tied into the word. So praise be unto Yahuwah for his goodness and his mercy and opening up our eyes to his word through the Ruach HaKodesh. But when I talk about knowing your worth, I'm talking about the reality that there's a balance when it comes to this, okay? Knowing your worth is not just about understanding your lineage. Knowing your worth is about understanding that you are created in the image of the Most High Yahuwah. In other words, it's not about glorying in you. It's not about glorying in your bloodline, but it's about glorying in Him. It's about glorying in our Creator. And the reason why I wanted to address this understanding of knowing your worth is because too many of us, we tie our worth into wealth. We tie our worth into a job, a paycheck, a title, a position. And we spend our time trying to convince other people that we are the perfect person to fulfill a role, when in reality, you are accepted in the beloved all by yourself, okay? It doesn't matter whether you're a trash collector. It doesn't matter whether you're a secretary. It doesn't matter whether you're the CEO of a multi-million-dollar organization. The reality is that none of those things are the determiners of your worth. Not one of them. And I think that society, especially Western society, has really warped our minds, because if you really look at it, like if you've ever gone to an event, a social event, a party, a dinner, one of the first questions, especially of men, is asked, so what do you do? It's like automatically that's the question that's asked to tie into how much worth the person thinks that you hold in their eyes. Their perception of you is oftentimes tied into what gives you an equitable sight in their eyes. In other words, how much money are you making? Like, okay, if you are in the position of an owner, then people will say, okay, you're a business owner. I can respect you on this level. There's certain degrees of conversation I'm willing to have with you. But what if you're not that business owner? What if you have inspiration to be a business owner and yet right now you're just working at a daycare? A lot of times people will discount what you're working towards because of what you're currently in. And when they do that, it can put a sense of low self-esteem on you, when you feel devalued, when you feel like what you have to offer is not received as though it's important because you haven't made it yet, if you will. That's why you are the one that needs to know your self-worth. You don't need to look for your self-worth through people. I don't care who the person is. I don't care whether it's family, whether it's friends. I don't care whether it's coworkers. I don't care who it is. You must understand that your self-worth is tied into the fact that you are made in the image of the Most High Yahuwah. He is the one that is the king. He is royalty. You're adopted in his kingdom. You are a son. You are a daughter of him. And so because of that, that ties directly into your worth. Now, you may never own that business. You may never even aspire to own a business. You may aspire to just be an amazing mother. You may aspire to be a fantastic dad. You may aspire to be able to manage the finances that you have, and you're working diligently towards that. Then you continue on, because you are not, according to the word, to despise the day of small beginnings. And the scripture tells us about parents The children are to honor their father and their mother, because that is the first scripture with promise that gives them extended life. So the value of being a parent is amazing in the sight of the Most High Yah. Notice that's not tied into money. That's not tied into anything that's going to build your personal portfolio. But what it is valuable in the sight of Yah, because he values relationships. And so I just wanted to, share this perspective with you all, because the thing is that we can pursue. I've done it myself. I've done this, and I've done it to my own hurt. Oftentimes we do these things because there's economic pressures. We feel like we have to figure things out. And if we do this over here, if we go and apply for that job over there and try to convince this person over here that we are their man, that we are their woman, that they will receive us, when in reality is that none of those things define our worth. You can never take physical dollars, which are weakening by the day. You cannot take this physical system and apply it into something that is far greater, which is our spiritual worth. That is why Yahusha makes it clear in the word that we are not to store our treasure on earth, but to store it in heaven, where moth nor rust can gain access and thieves cannot break in. Why? Because the worth, the value, the treasure that we are supposed to be producing is for eternity. It's not for the here and the now. So I just want to encourage you all that if you are in a place where you feel like you have to convince others about your worth, really, the thing is that you need to understand that it's not so much that you're trying to convince others of your worth. You're really probably trying to convince yourself of your worth. You're trying to convince you. And let me be the first to tell you that you're worthy because he says you're worthy. That's the first thing. And second, really dig in and do some homework. I'm actually working on a seminar, and it's called Renewal. And it'll be, Yahuwah willing, it will be in the next few months that I'm going to be putting together this seminar for the House of Yasharal, so that we can start to just get some mind renewal, so we can just start being transformed, because there's a lot of our people who they've accepted the fact that they are Israel, but they don't really understand what that means in the sight of Yahuwah. They don't understand what the significance outside of the bloodline is. It's so much more than just saying I'm an Israelite. It's understanding that you are a child of the Most High Yahuwah, and you have a specific mission. I apologize if y'all hear that noise in the background. That's my kiddos. But you have a specific mission on this earth, and the mission can only be done when you know whose you are. So it's imperative that we begin to just develop this spiritual understanding, so that we can launch forward in what it is that we are actually supposed to be doing. So in any case, family, I hope that this Tuesday Thoughts was an encouragement to you all. Let me know in the comment section below. I took a poll on Patreon if y'all wanted to see more of my Tuesday Thoughts, this different perspective, or if you wanted to see more of what I do here locally. And if this is the material that is the most edifying, then this is what I want to share with both my patrons as well as my members on Ashanda at Large. So just let me know in the comment section below what you think. And until next time, family, love yourselves without hating your enemies. Love you much. Mwah. Yah bless and salama.